Hey, what's going on, guys? Hex here, and today we're taking a look at the Star Wars Disney Store exclusive Elite Series Darth Vader. This guy is about 7 inches tall. Here he is with the Star Wars 6-inch Blackline series. So even with a stand, you can still see that he's going to be a little bit taller than the 6-inch there. But for my money, I kind of prefer, the Black series still. Even though this is a pretty nice looking Darth Vader, especially if you're going to have him kind of in that pose. But since I'm, mostly a Black Series collector, I prefer this one. But some really cool things about this guy here. First off, the lightsaber. As you can see, that it's a much brighter red. It's also longer to kind of go with him being a little bit taller as well. As far as the helmet, you can definitely see the shine in this one to where this one's a little bit more dull. Then also, the buttons here. That he has. It seems just a little bit more clean than you have on the 6-inch Blackline series. Also, the part up here shines a little bit better. You can definitely see that this is paint. This one, while being painted, it looks really nice. Then you have the chain cape over here, which I think is a little bit better. And this one over here just has the plastic. But other than that, I still like this guy, but this is not a bad figure for people to pick up if you're a Darth Vader fan. It's another one out there that, would be pretty nice. The Darth Maul is pretty good. Boba Fett's pretty good. This is another one that I think is a really good, solid figure. Especially since that General Grievous, man, that one's pretty horrible. You can see with the cape, whenever you have it on the stand, that it comes like right there above it. So even if you took them, when we take them off the stand, it's really not going to hinder the balance or anything. If anything does that, it's going to be, his die-cast body. Go ahead and take that off. You can see it just says Star Wars there. One tab or one little peg there for the foot. And this is pretty much the pose that you're going to get out of him, which if you're only going to be able to get, maybe one dynamic pose, I think this is a pretty cool one. Just because he doesn't come with any alternate hands, like a fist or anything. So it's always going to be this hand here. And this hand's going to be able to grip the lightsaber. So taking a deeper look at him, you can obviously take this off. Excuse me. Take this out, but unlike the Blackline series, you can't detach it. So you can see that part of it's painted black right here. So it's a little bit, they got a little bit of black here on this red, but you can still see that there's my silver and black paint on there. So not too bad. As far as the other paint little jobs here, like I was mentioning before, these just seem a little bit cleaner than the Black series. You can see a little bit of paint silver on the three little corners, and also up here on the chest, the belt, and then also where it's coming across where his neck is. Everything else black, looks good. This is black, and the other thing with these Elite series, they have the screws in the back, which for him it's not really that big of a deal. Let me make sure that's focused for you. It's not that big of a deal because the cape's going to cover it up, with the shoulders, elbow, and the back. And then down here, you have this part here, where these are, you have the screws again, but this is going to cover that up. So as far as an Elite Series figure, he's probably one of the best. And he can hold his balance pretty well, as you can see. Now, as far as articulation goes, I can rotate the head. Little bit of back and forth there, not too much. The cape, you can see that it just kind of slides back and forth. You can't detach it, so it's always going to stay on. The shoulders go in and out quite a bit. They have the rotation there as well. The elbows, they bend 90 degrees. They can't rotate or anything like that, but he does have the rotation here in the wrist. Same thing over here. Just rotation here in the wrist. The waist does rotate, no back and forth. It looks like it may have a little, but it doesn't. It's just basically side to side here. This is die-cast metal as well. The crotch piece, so you're only going to get so much out of the legs. And going back, not really anything here. Out a little bit, I guess you could say. The knees, they've been about thus far. And then you have the feet that go back and forth. So not really a whole lot of movement and articulation out of this guy, but you set him up to where the one pose that pretty iconic looking, force choking, he's holding his lightsaber. You can kind of rotate that however you want, and I think it looks pretty good. So as far as an Elite Series figure goes, but it's basically like It's like some of those McFarlane figures, they're meant to really sit in one pose, so they have a, 2 or 3 points of articulation, but it's really meant to set up to look in just one, really good pose, and that's what basically he pulls off. So, anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.